a terrible thing. And if I can just say one more point, which I really said throughout the war, every other war, civilians were allowed to get out of harm's way. In Ukraine war, millions of people fled to Poland and other neighboring countries. In Syria, they fled to Turkey and to Lebanon and Jordan and Germany. In Mosul, when America and Britain were taking on ISIS, the population was allowed to get out of the way. It is the entire world's responsibility, or rather complicity, not to allow Palestinian civilians to seek shelter, let's say, on the Egyptian-Israeli border. In other words, they are being kept on a battlefield because the world, particularly the Arab world that could take some Palestinians that hasn't, temporarily, have not given refuge. They've forced civilians to stay on the battlefield. And can you imagine the international outcry if, I don't know, in Ukraine, no Ukrainian civilians were allowed to leave the heat of the battle? It's a horrendous situation, and I wish the world, yes, put pressure on Israel, yes, put pressure on Hamas's allies like Qatar, but also put pressure on Egypt and other countries to give temporary shelter to Palestinians so that they're not in harm's way as the war continues.
Okay, Tom, thank you so much for joining us on the program today.
Thank you.